Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Daisy Ridley breaking her silence on the criticism of the rise of Skywalker. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee.
I have spoken.
Hello there to all of the returning subscribers, but if you're new to the channel and you're just finding Star Wars Coffee for the first time, be sure to always hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And don't forget to check out Star Wars Coffee on Twitter and Twitch. And don't forget to check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise. Links are in the description below.
Do it!
And now let's go to a galaxy far, far away.
This is the way.
So The Rise of Skywalker has been out for several months now. And if you have been paying attention to the Star Wars community continually, you'll have noticed that there hasn't really been any of these actors who helmed this film to be seen anywhere in any interviews, post The Rise of Skywalker to help promote the digital release of the film. That hasn't happened. And one of the reasons is likely because of the criticism that this film got from the critics, many of the critics. It wasn't Rian Johnson's follow-up to The Last Jedi. It was a return to, in a sense, normalcy for Star Wars. And it's just, the media didn't take it too kindly, and certain aspects of the fandom haven't taken it too kindly either. And Daisy Ridley has finally decided to break her silence on The Rise of Skywalker criticism in an article from Entertainment Weekly written by one of their Star Wars writers, James Hibbard, titled, "Where's the Love Gone?" Daisy Ridley broke down her reaction to The Rise of Skywalker critics during a new interview that touched on Star Wars franchise backlash. The actress who portrays Rey appeared on a new podcast to talk about her feelings when the final Skywalker saga film was dragged online by many fans and reviewed after its December 18th release. "It changed film by film, honestly. Like 98%, it's so amazing. This last one, it was really tricky. January was not nice. It was weird. I felt like all the love that we'd sort of been shown the first time around, I was like, where's the love gone? I watched the documentary, The Making of the Skywalker Legacy, this week," referencing a documentary of the film's Blu-ray release and iTunes exclusive. So I guess it's not even an iTunes exclusive. It's just if you get the digital or the Blu-ray release, you're able to watch this full-length documentary. I have many of the clips of it on the channel. If you just want to kind of search it, the channel, you can go scroll through it and see all of the stuff that you care about rather than watching the full 2 hours, unless that's something you want to do. She continues, "It's so filled with love, and I think that's the tricky thing of when you're part of something that is so filled with love and then people don't like it. Everyone's entitled to not like something, but it feels like it's changed slightly. But I think in general that's because social media and what have you." The actress also noted that if she didn't like a film, she wouldn't tweet about it, as is the case for most who work in the industry. She continues, "I guess now conversations are just more public. So there's stuff I wouldn't have seen, but honestly, trying to scroll through the newsfeed in January and trying to not see Star Wars stuff, I'd see headlines and be like, oh my gosh, this is so upsetting," she continued. "So it's tricky, but then it's having the thing I feel really proud of it, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of it." The Rise of Skywalker squeaked out over $1 billion at the global box office, but its Rotten Tomatoes score was only a 52%, with the audience score being much higher. The most common complaints were the film's frantic pacing, which made it feel to some as if essential scenes had been cut out, its apparent efforts to overwrite plot from The Last Jedi, and some of the film's logic leaps and character arcs. Disney is currently developing new Star Wars films, but none are yet announced. And that is the end of the Entertainment Weekly article. So I think Daisy Ridley makes an interesting point here, and a very true point. Specifically when she says, people don't like it, everyone's entitled to not like it, but it feels like it's changed slightly, but I think that's general because of social media and what have you. Everything is just amplified like 1,000 times on social media. If somebody doesn't like it, it can easily, in passing, even if they didn't like it, they didn't hate it, you can just put it out there and it will be amplified and amplified and amplified and continue to be covered over many news outlets, many different mediums. It's just going to be continued, and it's always perpetual, and it's not like you're isolated into some part of the world where you would used to see your local paper, your local reviews, the critics' reviews, and then you would move on and then discuss it with actual people rather than going online and seeing what people had to say about it. You would just talk about it with those you actually interacted with. And now you literally at the tip of your fingers, you can go and see what anybody has to say about it anywhere in the world. You can literally filter it by positive reviews, negative reviews, and just easily seek that out. And social media makes it a lot easier for people to do that. If they wouldn't actually say it to somebody's face, they're easily able to just type it out, hit tweet, and move on. So I think that's really amplified a lot of the negativity, just not in just Star Wars, but in kind of our culture in general. The amplification of negative outlooks on things is just amplified to an extreme, just because it's so easy to say something without actually having to say something. But I do agree with Daisy on that, and I think that what James Hibbert here notes in the final paragraph of his article is true, that the film's frantic pacing, specifically in the first act, could have been extended, and I don't think general audience fans would have minded that at all. Like, I know there was a lot more on Exegol that we didn't get to see that was cut out. I think that should have been kept in, and that would have made the whole film feel a lot better, because you would have gotten a more clear motivation on Kylo's arc in his reasoning for being there to begin with, other than to find the Wayfinder. There was more to it than that. You can find out about that in the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker. I actually have a video on Mustafar, an extended scene video on the channel, and I go over that excerpt of what actually happened on Mustafar, where you get the Oracle, which I did another video about that wasn't in The Rise of Skywalker, so you guys can just search the channel for all of these things that would kind of make the story more cohesive, and I hope somewhere down the line Disney does a re-release with all of that footage built in. But let me know what you guys think about Daisy Ridley's comments in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, may God bless you, and the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it.
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.